Let me introduce myself once again. My name is Max. I'm a customer success manager at Smartcat. Um, I'm responsible for bringing our customers to success using our multifunctional tool. And before we start, I would like to know what countries are you located in? Please text me in chat while I'm speaking. Yeah, it would be nice to know. Me personally, I work with companies from Asia and Africa. So if you would need any help in cooperation with companies from these regions, for example, you will need a single language provider, a single language vendor, or small agency from Asia or from Africa, you can always contact me and I will be glad to help you to find the best one. I'm in contact with many companies. Okay, there is oh, Kaori from France. Nice to meet you. I hope that I pronounced it correct. Kaori, right? Um, okay, great. Um, well, so let's start. Guys, have you ever used Smartcat? Are you familiar with the tool? Or it's your first touch and you have never tried Smartcat and have no idea of what is it? Okay, we have only used twice. And so what about other attendees? Okay, while you are thinking, still let me introduce briefly what Smartcat can you help with. Kaori, you used it twice, but I'm sure that you haven't tried all the features that we have. Smartcat application covers almost the most important processes that you have in the company. So this application helps you to find new vendors, new human resources, including translators, editors, proofreaders, project managers, DTP specialists, and other linguist specialists. So right now in our database, there are 200,000 freelancers from all around the globe. And yeah, so the next task that you can complete using the system, you can manage a team of project managers and linguists and other related people. So we have no limits on number of users. We don't limit our customers, and you can scale your business easily using Smartcat. Whenever you have a huge project and you need additional people on it, well, you have to figure out something when you use other CAT platforms. Probably you need to ask for credentials from one of your users who doesn't use the system right now, or you have to buy additional licenses. With Smartcat, you can forget about it and you can easily scale your team. We have no limits on number of users. So the next thing that you can do, of course, it's managing projects using our CAT tool. The simultaneous translation and editing is possible in the system, and your team can deliver the projects even faster using our CAT tool. And once the project is completed and you delivered it to the client, it comes to payment, right? using Smartcat, you can accept payments from your clients and send this money from your Smartcat balance to freelancers. We have offices based in USA and European Union, so we can be an agent for you, a collecting payment agent, to receive this money in case, well, you are for example, you are in France and your client is in USA, sending you an international wire transfer might cost much more, and well, company probably will look for some solutions to reduce the costs. And in case with Smartcat, they can pay us within the USA. We have our headquarters there, and we can accept the money from them directly. And once you have the money on your Smartcat balance, you can decide how to use it. You can either withdraw it directly to your bank account, or you can use this money to pay freelancers. So the money will go from Smartcat to your freelancers without a necessity to credit them on your corporate account. So again, you can reduce the taxation here because you will need to accept the whole amount and then spread it among your assignees and linguists. So this is a very brief introduction, and now let's sign in and look at how the interface actually looks like in Smartcat. So once you logged in, you see the following. There is a navigation panel on the left where you have all the tabs, including settings. So the first step to do is to go to People's tab and invite your colleagues. Once you register a translation company account, your colleagues don't need to register new accounts. You have the one, and they only need to be invited by you to the system. So you come here, you click on invite to my team, type in, oh, I see that there is one question. Oh, no, it's the other one. So you come to the People's tab, you type in the email address of your colleague and add all the other information like name, last name. You choose the access level. So the access level for linguists is meaning that they will see only the projects that you assign to them. They won't see other projects, they won't see your resources, they won't see your users list. Only the projects that you assign to them, and they actually work in a personal environment. So this is a corporate environment, and if I will click on my name, so here I have my personal environment where I see the projects that were assigned to me by my customer, by my client. So I work here. Your translators can also create their own projects and keep their resources in their private account. But what is important, when you invite your linguists and managers to Smartcat, they are invited in hidden mode. So it does mean that you share it with everyone. They invited in hidden mode. So here you see this message: the user will be invited to your team and not visible to anyone except your managers. So you proceed with these. If it's a project manager, then you choose the project manager access level. And here's a small tip to you to describe all the things that can be done within the particular access level. And under the settings, you can create additional access levels and add some other access rights to the new access levels. So here is your team. You invite your colleagues one by one, and on the right side you see the filter. You can sort out the profiles and find the people that you want to work with and simply invite them to the project. Once you did that, your translators, your project managers are available to work in Smartcat, and you can assign projects to them. So let's do the following. Let's create a new project and assign someone from the team. So I'm selecting, let me choose one of my files. Once again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to text me and ask, and I will be glad to answer it right away. So I have a file. It's a small one. It's a Word document. By the way, Smartcat supports more than 50 file extensions, including PDF, JPEG, HTML, XML, Trados packages. Yeah, we support all versions of Trados packages, and you can translate them in Smartcat and get the return package after the translation is done and directly deliver it to your client. And he will never know that you use Smartcat instead of Trados. So another benefit for you. And once the file is uploaded, you can choose the upload settings here. So you just click on it, choose the upload settings, and these settings are different depending on the file extension. Then we move forward. We add these additional settings here, set up the deadline. Here are additional fields which are optional. For example, you can create client cards or project groups and gather your, here's the client management tab, here's the project groups tab, and you can gather your projects under one client. You can gather your translation memories and glossaries under one client or a project group, and this is how you can prioritize your resources, your projects, and you will be able to filter them according to these fields: client, project group. You can also indicate the subject and post a job at our job board. Well, basically Smartcat will take some basic information about your project, like the subject, the deadline, the language pair, and there will be a post on our job board about that, and all the freelancers who don't have projects right now, who don't have orders, they can apply for your project, and then you can select the best of them and invite them. Yeah, so the source language is English, and I would like to translate it to Spanish. You can have multilingual projects in Smartcat. Simply add other target languages here. Yeah, I was running a demo for one of my Indian customers and have all these Indian languages: Hindi, Gujarati, hardly pronounced names. So I think one language will be enough for me. Smartcat is integrated with several machine translation engines. Guys, do you use machine translation in your workflow? Just interesting, because this MT is becoming quite popular. Okay, well, just for your information, if you will get an order from your client saying that, okay, I need an MT plus PE, which means machine translation plus post editing done by human, it can be easily implemented in Smartcat. You can use a free machine translation provided by Microsoft. Why it's free? Well, because if you use a free version, your kind of edited MT output, I mean like edited by a human, by your translator, the edited version will be sent to Microsoft to train their engine. It's like when you translate right on the Google website or Microsoft website, you get the translation, and if you edit it, then it goes to the system and improves the translation. It works the same way here, and Microsoft give you a free uh, service if you agree with sharing post-editing results. If you don't want to share these, you choose the paid service, and everything that your translator will be done, like edits in the file in Smartcat, it won't be sent to anyone. And for paid services, we have a list of engines, including Google, again, Microsoft is available, Yandex, and Baidu, and DeepL. And DeepL, I should say, is one of the best engines right now. I advise you to test it. It's very good for European languages, really. You can test it for every new user in Smartcat. We grant 100 pages to test MT, to test OCR. By OCR, I mean optical character recognition service provided by EBI, which allows you to work with non-editable files like PDF and JPEG. So yeah, you can test it for free, and if you want, you just purchase more pages in Smartcat. Here we have productivity services tab, where you can buy more pages and learn more about engines and OCR. So if you don't mind, I will just apply for free machine translation just to show you how it will look like in the project. So the next step is to select an existing TM if you uploaded any TMs to your resources, or you can create a new TM, which again will be stored in your account only and won't be shared with anyone. And anything which you upload to your account is available only to you and to the managers that you will invite to Smartcat. So the data security is very important, and we stay very clear on our website and our terms of use. Then we keep customers' data secured, and we are responsible for that. It's one of our main responsibilities. So then you can create a glossary. It will be an empty list of source language and target language, and your translators, while they will translate in Smartcat, they will be able to refill this list with new terms by adding by choosing a word in the source text and adding the translation. Or you can again, you can create a glossary here, upload your ready to use term base, and attach it to the project, so your translators will follow the prepaid list of terms. Then it's quality assurance, a set of automatic QA checks done by system, and translators get the error notifications if there are any errors. And on the last stage, we choose the task that we want to be completed, translation and editing, or translation only. And on the pre-translation, we can set Smartcat to find and put all the matches from translation memory to Smartcat, and you can even confirm it if it is an exact match, like 100%. You can set Smartcat to confirm it automatically, and your translators can just skip this and translate other segments. So we finished. We've created the project. Oh, come on. Interesting. Try again. Well, this is something that might happen on live demos. Whenever you have a kind of this problem, you can always contact our support. Here, there is an in-app chat where you can communicate with our managers. So you just start the new conversation, and send them a message telling that, okay, Sveta, Nadia, Alex, please help me. I have a problem here. I've tried to create a project and then unexpected error just occurred. So what's the problem? Please check this. And they will probably ask you to send them a source file if it's possible, and you can attach a file here and send it to them so they can test it and find out what's the problem. And I will get back to Smartcat. I have some projects here, so I will just, what I will do, I will show you how to assign the documents to translators on the created project. So I'm clicking on the name of the project and I see the list of documents. It's a multilingual project with many documents. And yeah, I created this project to translate it from English to Spanish, French, Arabic, and Russian. And I have 3 documents here. So it's better to go to project settings to see the dashboard of my particular project. Yeah, here we have kind of list of documents. So what is the best way to assign all these documents quickly? What we do, we use filters. So let's start with documents in Spanish. Okay. So here is a list of documents to be translated to Spanish. I choose all of them, click on Assign Tasks. Now I can invite my colleagues, my translators. Oh, someone has already assigned some of the translators to the document. Let me check once again. Okay, I choose one document, click on Assign Tasks. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's change the assignment. I don't want these guys to work on the document, so just cancel them. I'm going back again. Sort out my Spanish documents. So let's check if we have someone here. Nope. Okay, then probably it was only one document assigned to other people. So yeah, now let's choose all of the documents. Yeah, we're able to add assignees. So I click on Add Assignee, and first of all, I see the profiles of translators who translate from English to Spanish. In the People's tab, you can actually add more information to the profiles. You can indicate the services that your translators provide. You can add languages, and you can set their rates. For example, I have this new Ahmed Mora profile, and I know that this guy, yeah, he's translating from English to Hindi and from English to Spanish. So I want him to be on this project. So I just add English, here add Spanish. I choose the service type, which is translation. It's not the rate that he worked with. This is the one, and we save it. And Smartcat will use this rate to calculate the cost of his service automatically. Yeah, so going back, I can still see Ahmed Mora in my list. If I will scroll down, yes, here I see other team members. And now, since he has new service in his profile, I'll just refresh the page and I will see him in the recommended list. Yeah, here it is. He's not on top because he's a new user, and he hasn't translated in Smartcat a lot. Others like worked on other projects, so they're on top of your list. So I create this Ahmed Mora. I add Max. I would like to add Jane, and you just save assignment. And yeah, the invitations go to your translators. Then in chat, here we have a live chat. You can decide who will translate what documents, and if it's a huge document, you can, like a set of huge documents, you can tell them, okay, guys, you will translate from this part, and you from this part. Actually, there is another way. If you work with one huge document, you can assign the ranges within one document. For example, just an example. So here I choose this file, uh, Spanish. We have already assigned Spanish. Yeah, this French. So I assign a few people. Okay, yeah, Jean-Luc is a good translator. I'm adding him, and I will add myself. So, and now we can split this document. We can assign ranges within one document. If you said a few documents, if you choose a few documents, then well, you are not able to set ranges within these three documents. But if you assign one document to multiple translators, to several translators, then you can assign the ranges within the document. So we have 1,400 words. So let's assign a part to Jean-Luc, like 700. And the rest will be assigned to the second translator. So I just grab an unassigned part and put it to the left. Now it's assigned. I save the assignment, and your translators receive the invitation. They can start to work. So this is about the assignment, and we go back to project settings, and under the team, we can see the progress of every user, and we can see what's going on actually. So we sent invitations, and we are waiting for response from 5 people. Once they agree, you will see the information here. It will be changed, so the work in progress. And if there is someone, for example, yeah, this guy, he does have a rate for English to French, you can set it here, and Smartcat will calculate the cost. And under the cost section, you can see assigned tasks total, completed tasks total. So Smartcat make the calculations on your behalf and allows you to save the time on it. On the resources tab, you can add some more translation memories and maybe glossaries. You can enable machine translation in the project. You can change pre-translation rules here. You can check the statistics here. Yeah, so this is about creating a project and assigning translators. Once the project is created, by the way, if you see that status is set in purple, it means that, okay, people are assigned, and it's like if they already started to translate, then it's in progress. If they haven't started to translate yet, then it's just created status, and it will be changed once one of them will save a segment. So we can open a CAT tool just for a few minutes. I will tell you how how it looks like, show you how it looks like, and tell you how you can manage the projects in Smartcat. So this is Smartcat CAT tool. Well, here probably you have seen some similar interfaces in other CAD platforms. So on the left we have source, in the middle we have target, on the right we have a CAD panel with matches from translation memory, with terms from our term base, and translators translate segment by segment. And if you have editors, they can like join Smartcat and work with translators almost simultaneously. So once the first segment is completed and confirmed by translator, the editor can step in and start to work. And translator won't be able to get back to this task because it was moved to the next stage, and it is now performed by the editor. So anyway, if translator is not quite sure about the translation, he would like to get back to it, so he can just put in the translation. It will be saved in the cloud, and he don't need to confirm it because he will double check something and will get back to it in the future. And in this case, editor won't be able to join. We have comments to segment and comments to document to enable the communication between the signees. So translators, editors, project manager can communicate with each other by leaving comments, and they will be visible for all people who are assigned to this project. And yeah, I'm in the manager's mode right now, so I have an access to every segment. But if I'm in translator's mode, then I have an access only to the segments which are assigned to me. Other segments will be blocked, but I will be able to see the context. And I will be able to choose one segment and leave a comment. So this is amazing collaboration here in Smartcat. And we also have a chat for, kind of private communication. So if a manager needs to send a personal message to the translator, he can do it in chat. And what to do if you suddenly you need additional resources, some of your translators is not able to continue to work and you need to find someone and others are busy. At this time, you can use our marketplace. You can get prepared beforehand. You can start to search talents here, just in some to be able to invite someone in urgent situations. This is how you can get an access to our huge database of 200,000 linguists. And this is actually a social net of translators, editors, and other linguistic specialists. So again, we have filters here. You can find the people that you need. So we have a colleague from France. So let's try to check our resources from English to French. Most probably you will need a native speaker. So you can tick this checkbox. Here you can choose the services available. And in the next field, you can indicate the subject. And this is a competence in the given subject. So we have 3 types of badges that can be added to a freelancer profile. Certified means that translator was certified by our local partner and he is a high qualified specialist. Let's check. Currently we don't have partners in France, and we are looking for them. So if you are interested, you can become our partner and earn build a revenue channel for you by leading new translators and new companies to our system. We have a referral program, and it is included in our partnership proposal. So if you are interested, please let me know. So the next is tested. let's check. We have French translators who were tested by other companies, and here you can see the specialization. So this guy passed the test in the industry domain, and Gilles is good in, like, he passed, at least he passed the test in religion. For example, we can open his profile and see if there are any reviews from other customers, and we can actually get some additional information. Okay. I saved this profile before to my team because I found it good, and it is pinned now. So this is a kind of, a duplicate of his original profile in your team. So you can pin profiles to have them in your team and won't lose them in our huge database. And here you can add notes to the profile. These will be internal notes visible only to you and your colleagues. And what else you can do? You can edit the rate. So for example, this rate is a bit high for you, and you can edit it and send him an invitation with your own rate, and negotiate the price. So if you have a big project, so most probably he will agree to your offer. So you save it, and then you can click on invite to project and invite him to the existing project. So and now let me just remove him from my team to show you his, like, general profile. Here how it looks like. This guy don't have reviews from other customers. He has just passed the test. Let's get back to the database. Okay, Diabankara Arnoti, African linguist. He has some reviews. Let's check. Yeah, here they are. It's just recommendations, no comments. Some project managers are lazy to, leave some comments to text something. Okay, here you can see the name of the company, and I should say that all these reviews are real reviews from companies, from real companies. You can Google them. We work with our database, we work with our customers, and one of the responsibilities of customer success managers to check and build the communication with the customers from different countries. And so yeah, these real accounts, real customers, not fake one. So you can find many linguists here, and if you want, if you need help, you can always request a team search. So our vendor managers will help you to find translators according to your criteria. And what is, I think, fantastic is that our managers, they can search not only in Smartcat database, but also in other platforms. So you can save the time of your managers in searching and just, leave it to Smartcat. And it's a free service. It is partially automated because, first of all, Smartcat search for translators or editors according to your criteria automatically, and then our vendor managers, make the search more accurate and search for people in other platforms if needed. And here you can apply for testing. You can upload a short text here, and our vendor managers will help you to organize the free testing, and you will be able to check the translation with your reviewer and decide if you want to work this person or not. So this is our marketplace, and you can find new freelancers here. We have a catalog of translation companies where you can post your own profile to get in touch with our end customers. In Smartcat, we have also end customers who come here and search for MLVs, SLVs, for translation agencies to outsource their translations. So if you would like to have a profile of your company here and attract the attention of our end customers, we have dozens of companies here. And well, of course, it's not all the translation companies who are working in Smartcat. Some of them don't, like most biggest part of them don't have profiles here, but you can have the one. So under the settings, there is a corporate profile where you can put in your logo, add the information about your company, about your services, add your contact information, and in case your profile will be interesting for our end customer, he will place an order to you and you will be notified by our managers to give a quote. So, and what else I would like to cover today? We have just 10 minutes. It's payment step, payment automation service, which is implemented in Smartcat. When you hire translators using our system, you are required to pay using Smartcat, and it's, you know, it's organized very, I should say, like it's very simple to process the payment to someone who you hired in Smartcat. So you just choose people from here, invite them to the project. The calculation is automated, and when the job is completed, you have a certain amount of days to process the payment. You can choose the number of days here under the settings. What is the user reviews? User reviews, it's the feedback which were left by company's manager to translator. Let me show you an example. So okay, Annie has 17 reviews, so probably some of the managers, yeah, see here, the manager left a comment. Very responsive translator, highly recommended. Andrea Gonzalez, and any other messages? Fast translation, good work. It's probably some of the Russian agencies. Yeah, so these are the reviews of companies' managers. And as I said, these are real managers, and you can rely on these reviews because, well, these are obvious kind of indicator. Managers of the companies, they have no reason to lie, right? They like the job of this translator and they just leave it. Good feedback here. So getting back to payments, you decide how long time you need to pay to freelancer. So sometimes it's just 1 month, and most companies, they choose 45 days because they're waiting for payments from their clients, right? And also you can indicate some additional requirements to the translator here, and you save it, and within 45 days you're required to process the payment to translator. How to do that? Here we have a jobs list. Once the project is completed, Smartcat add jobs here, and when it's time to pay, you come to payments tab, you choose the jobs that you want to pay. Do I have more? No. Others are included in the invoices, and you can add as many jobs as you need. 100, it doesn't matter. So you choose all these jobs and create one invoice. Invoice is created, and now what you can do, you can simply make one transaction to Smartcat, and we will pay all the freelancers in the invoice on your behalf. So let's see what options we have. You can pay by card right in the interface. You just click on the tab, put in payment information. You can also pay by PayPal, or you can pay via invoice, which basically means that you will download the invoice in English, and you will see our payment details in the invoice, and will make the payment. So if you are in, for example, we have an attendee from France, um, Kaori. We can accept payments in euro to our Cyprus bank account. We have a VAT number because we have an office in Cyprus in Eurozone, and we can accept payments in euro. Uh, for other companies in other locations, other countries, we can accept payments in USD, and for some regions, we can even accept payments, for example, in Turkish lira, and we are working on other options for other countries, for India, for China. So the same way you can pay your own freelancers, and what it gives you, actually, when you pay via Smartcat, you deal with a legal entity, not a freelancer. So you will be paying to Smartcat for translation services, and we will accept the money from you and pay freelancers as subcontractors. So you stop dealing with dozens of individual interpreters or freelancers, and you just make payment to a legal entity, to Smartcat platform, and we make all the single transactions to freelancers on your behalf, and we provide you with the one invoice. So you reduce the paperwork and you automate the payment process for your company. And we charge a small commission for this service. It depends on a few things like the commission. It may cost you as low as 1%, but for example, if you pay us by bank card, it will be a bit higher. 1% is implemented in case if you pay us by wire transfer. And it also depends on the location of your translators. So for every case, we send a pricing plan, and if you are interested in this service, if you found it difficult, or maybe you know, if you would like to save the time on processing all these payments, you can simply use Smartcat. Also, what is unique in case with us, that we are operating in many countries in the world, and whenever you have a new vendor outside of your country, you need to check how to pay him. You need to check some local regulations. You need to get the payment details from him and store it somewhere. So it requires a lot of attention and work from your managers. And why to do that? You can simply pay to Smartcat, and we will deal with all of other things. Your translators will have personal accounts with the payment cabinet, where they will be able to track the payments that they receive from you. Here they have their balance, and they can select different payment methods to get the payment. And actually, for every country, we have different options. So it will be much easier for you to pay to make one transaction per month to Smartcat, right? Rather than make like multiple transactions every month. Okay, someone joined us just before I plan to finish this webinar. Okay, so guys, that is all for today. Okay, my Indian client is calling to me. That is all for today, and if you have questions, we have 3 4 minutes to cover them. Please use the chat and send your questions.